Hello and welcome to our first look video brought to you by MMO Play. Today we're taking a look at Civilization V's new expansion, Brave New World. This is the second expansion of Civilization V, which was released a few years ago. And there's a couple of changes we're going to go over today. The Industrial Age lets you choose the ideology for your people, including freedom, order, and autocracy. Each ideology grants access to increasingly powerful abilities, so another system to go through when you hit the Industrial Age. We're also going to have the World Congress, which is going to put more options available for city-state relationships. Going to have trade routes available via land and sea, which gives some more options. We have new leaders. Also, there's new wonders, and there's two new scenarios, the American Civil War and Scramble for Africa. So let's go and start looking at some of the new options available in this expansion. So the first thing we're going to do is set up a quick scenario during the American Civil War. You can choose between Abraham Lincoln or Jefferson Davis. I'll just go with Lincoln. I'm going to set the difficulty moderately low to Prince. You can see you have Lincoln. He has the frigate, monitor.
April the 12th, 1861. Confederate mortars opened fire on Fort Sumter in Charleston.
And then we have the usual voice actor in the background.
The start of America's Civil War. President Abraham Lincoln issues a call for volunteers for 90-day
Being a massive fan of the Civ series, especially Civilization 4, I always want to hear Leonard Nimoy's voice when it gets to this point.
Jefferson Davis, newly elected President of the Confederate States, is equally optimistic. Davis boldly moves his government to Richmond, Virginia, just 100 miles from Washington, D.C. Can you win the swift victory, both?
So you can see you can zoom out. And I have Fort Monroe, and we got Norfolk and Williamsburg over here and here. Uh-oh. And then around the world, too, we can check out some of the other things going on. So, around the world, around the country. And you can see all of our cities here on the East Coast. Going all the way over to we got Cumberland. Is this the Appalachians right here, I believe? And you start with some units here. Looks like we are around the right time period. Got cannons, USA cannons. Got Irvin McDowell, so we got some generals. Let's see who we got over here. Got cavalry. You can zoom in just like this. So basically you have 50 turns left to kind of win the war. So that is the scenario. Now, I'm not going to actually play it out right now because that'd be a long video. So let's go look at some other changes in the game. So I'm going to set up a single player game, just to do a little practice here. You can see all the civilizations. Counting the DLC, it looks like there is currently 41 available. So there are plenty of choices. Gonna just get it with random. Gonna play on a Pangea map, standard size, low-ish difficulty. We're starting in the industrial era because I want to see what's new and available in the new setup. So start the game and see what I got. So this is my starting area. I am Venice. And this is, if you start in the industrial age, what you get. I have musketmen. I got a worker. Another musketman. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 5 musketmen. I also have a great person right off the bat. That's always good. Another one up there. And my settler, so I can settle my first city. And, well, since I am kind of rusty and I don't know any better, I'm just going to settle right here. Boom.
We are spending all of our money on maintenance.
You can see I'm currently losing money, so I kind of need to build up a little bit. And Venice starts at 3 size, so it can currently, just like the previous versions, get the city, and it can currently work 3 squares.
The city screen provides a detailed view of.
So there's not much in the way of changes there. It looks like the order of everything has changed a little bit. So the first thing we're going to do is set research.
Excuse me.
And just like the old civs, you kind of see how you want to build. A lot of people, when they get a little more experience with the game, will have a kind of build order. Let's see, we are in this age. Anything particular I'm looking for? How about electricity? So I'll just build towards electricity. It gives me scientific theory. Done. There. I have spies, a great person, choose a production. Alright.
I have some information that may be of use.
So where is he? Got the guilds, which are not from the original game. Worker, workboat, scout, crossbowman, cannon. Let's see, is my city healthy? How about I build an opera house? Oh. So I got an opera house coming. Worker. Not quite sure what I want to do, so I'm going to have him automate for me. So we can just... You can construct a camp right here. So where's camp? There it is. Alright, you construct a camp. Get the worker over here. What do you want to do? You're out of moves. And he can now go buy city-states. So one of the new options available is going to be the new improved trade route system. I have a caravan here, and what he's going to do is he's going to establish a trade route to our city. Let's go with that one. Are you sure? Yes. So, my little camel caravan here is going to go over there. You can see we can build more of them right there. Unfortunately, I'm out of trade routes, so I cannot make any more right now. Checking to see if I have any other options. You can eventually do them over sea, too, so there's that option. But that appears to be the only one I can make for now. So, that's basically the trade routes. I'll see what kind of bonus it gives me in just a minute. And here we go. Got the World Congress has been founded. How it works is someone has to have printing press, which, since I started in this age, that's automatic. And on top of that, one civilization has to discover all the rest. In this case, Japan did. Discovered every civilization in the world. To commemorate this occurrence, leaders around the world will come together in the first Congress of Kyoto in 16 terms, begin discussing international diplomacy. As civilizations advance into their later eras, this Congress will change and new hosts will be chosen. This era, what happens is we get 3 delegates from the host civilization, 2 from every others, and then plus 1 delegate from city-state. And then it changes, it goes 5, 3, and 1. So, in 16 turns, see what comes up from the World Congress. One of the first things you're going to notice coming up in the first Congress is the fact that you can make proposals. So I can click the proposal, and I can suggest, hey, how about we try funding science? So I commit the proposal. Are you sure? Yes. And then that'll be a proposal brought up in 16 turns. So as soon as we head everyone to Kyoto, we'll check out and see what happens. And it's time to vote, it looks like. Got the little tutorial here, the foreign advisor saying it's time to vote. The session of the World Congress is coming to a close, so it's time to use your delegates to vote. Keep in mind that you can also use spies as diplomats to trade for voters, or votes, or to gain insight into how other leaders will vote. So how do I trade? Delegate support. You can secure additional delegate support from the outcomes you desire. You must send a spy to their capital as a diplomat. And there we go. So, thank you. Return the map. Assign delegates. So I'm going to take all of my delegates and support science funding because I want science funding. At one point, Japan and Boudica of the Celts also kind of yelled at me and saying, hey, you really probably don't want to vote for that, but whatever. So I'm going to commit delegates. I'm sure I'm going to commit delegates. And let's see what happens next turn. Oh, while we're at it, blow that ship up. So just finish out my turn, and hopefully we'll get an outcome on the next turn. Everyone done? Everyone ready to end? Let's see what happens. And it looks like... So, science funding was not passed, however, neither was city-states. Was not passed, so we didn't get anything going. That's why they weren't happy with me. They wanted to embargo city-states. I probably should have agreed with that, because I'm not using any city-states right now. Well, there you go. There's a look at all the changes in single-player. Now that I've hit the modern age, just got that. Close this down. I have two choices. I can adopt autocracy, which gives me free... Let's see, I can... Autocracy, freedom, or order. And it tells you which civilization it works best for. I'm trying to go research, so I believe... Let's see. Details. So you heal faster, better for units, got more tourism, better espionage. You can see as we level up, we get new and newer ideas. So let's look at freedom. Lots of tourism, lots of... Got some happiness. I think I'm going to end up going with that. And how about order? Order is probably going to be... Let's see. Anything that happens to... Well, it gets extra science. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, let's go order, because I'm kind of focusing on science with this map. So I can adopt order. Return to game. Adopt policy. Go to ideology. And I can pick a tenet. So I get to pick two. I can increase my great people. I can increase my happiness. Extra gold. Extra attack bonus. Better spies, better happiness near wonders. So I think I'm going to end up doing is... Faster great people. That's pretty good. I'm going to get a little happier from all this stuff. And I need more culture, which I do not have. And as we go, I can go down farther and farther into the train, and eventually... I mean, not change ideologies when people are content, so you can even kind of respec when your people are not happy with your ideologies. So there we go. And that's a look at the ideologies. Just a different option if you want something other than, let's click it again, other than the standard social policies. We can focus on this. I've also leveled up rationalism. You can see I've picked a different civ. I was trying to actually go for a faster map so I can see all this stuff as soon as possible, because I wanted to show off the changes, not just a game of Civ, because Civ 5's been around a while. So the next thing to do is wait for Kyoto. The only other aspect of the game that I really didn't look into was a change to one of the victory conditions. There is a new type of cultural scenario win, which I'm not going to get into just because winning these games, even with a quick game, does take quite some time. But there you go, there's a look at what's available in Brave New World. If you're a fan of the Civilization series, I strongly recommend looking into it, maybe considering it. Even Civilization 4, which is considered by many to be a classic and probably the top of the series, a lot of people will sit there and say that until the first expansion or two, that game was lacking also. So Gods and Kings and Brave New World has added a lot to the game, has made it a lot more interesting since it first had its shaky launch. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. See you guys later. Bye.